Rudy Gobert has broken the trade markets. No one is going anywhere as the NBA offseason hits a standstill, and we're ready to give our way too early predictions for this season. So, welcome back to another episode, and here we go. So Donovan Mitchell and Kevin Durant are not getting moved. Kyrie Irving is not going to get moved.
Right.
And we both agree that Rudy Gobert's trade is probably the reason behind that because he was given for 5 first-round picks.
Right. 5 first-round picks for a guy who's 30, just signed a 5-year extension. The Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be paying him $45 million when he's 35 years old.
Yeah.
And he still gets 5-round picks of value. What's somebody like Kevin Durant, who's a top 10 to 15 player all time? What do you give up for him?
Well, the other problem was the Timberwolves also gave up decent players. Jared Vanderbilt's a very good young player.
We like him a
Pat
lot.
Bev, while he's not young, is still a solid player. Any team that's contending right now would love Patrick Beverley, Malik Beasley, or Jared Vanderbilt.
And they gave up their Walker Kessler, who they drafted at number 21.
He was their fit, right. So then they have 4 more picks.
Right.
So it just has caused the problem that who now is going to trade 7 and 8 first-round picks for Donovan Mitchell, who's going to trade 10 for Kevin Durant. And if you're not going to trade picks, you've got to trade talent. And no one wants to give up like a Brandon Ingram or a Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown type player.
Exactly. And then there's value on the board, especially for a guy like Donovan Mitchell, who's not as big of an asset as Kevin Durant. Like, Utah could take on a Tyler Hero if they want, or an RJ Barrett if they want, along with other picks, but it's just, do they want that moving forward? I think they want to be, Utah wants to be as bad as possible. We've seen this from Danny Ainge before. Just wants to be absolutely terrible, get those high picks. I mean, who doesn't want Victor Wembanyama next year? So
yeah, so we were talking about this the other day. I think after February, we'll see nearly half the league just tank.
Yeah.
I think we'll see the 16 to 20 teams that'll make that play-in game will start trying, and the other 10 teams will do everything they can to lose every game. I think even the teams that are like the 9 and 10 play-in, the borderline teams, they even say, fuck this, let's get in the lottery and have a chance at this guy.
Right.
Because Victor Wembanyama looks like he's going to be the
how unreal of a talent is that?
Best prospect since LeBron?
Yeah, like, for example, the Charlotte Hornets are just like, the Charlotte Hornets, by the way, got absolutely screwed this offseason
by no fault of their own.
Right. But they're like, all right, this is the approach we're going to take. We got to get Gordon Hayward's contract off the books. We need Terry Rozier off the books. Let's be one of the worst teams in the league and try and pair Victor Wembanyama with LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a team that people don't expect to be really bad and just end up being really bad. Because Bridges is gone, Harrell's gone, both of them are playing for the prison yard team. And then we have... And then Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward's contracts will be on the team and they'll help them win games, but you need to get those contracts offloaded because neither of them are going to change your franchise direction. And both of them honestly are very good trade pieces that you can get young players back with.
No doubt.
I expect them both to be moved by the trade deadline to teams that need them.
I 100% agree with that.
Not the Bulls, though.
There's a lot of teams out there that could use a Gordon Hayward or a Terry Rozier.
Phoenix would kill for Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
Miami would kill. Oh, if Miami had Gordon Hayward, that changes
Gordon
that team.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Miami and really into the rest of the NBA, the offseason has pretty much become standstill. There's not much news really breaking because we're at that point between training camp and free agency where there's not much going on.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do our way too early predictions for the Eastern and Western Conference this year and way too early for finals.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's start with the West. You want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
We're going to go 1 to the bottom. At 1, I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets.
You think they'll be the best team in the West?
I think they'll be the best team. Remember, this is regular season.
Okay.
This is regular season, and this is record. Jamal Murray is back. Jokic is here. Michael Porter Jr. is back. Everyone's healthy. We're assuming everyone's healthy.
Yeah.
Assuming
everybody's staying
back. I assume everyone stays healthy.
Well, okay, yeah,
that's harder to do. But let's assume everyone starts the season healthy. I'll put Denver 1. I'm going to put Memphis 2 because Memphis is a very good regular season team. I think Memphis continues to be a very good regular season team, and that's who they are. Golden State 3 again. I haven't mentioned the Clippers yet because this is the one team where I have no idea what their health situation is like. I don't know where Kawhi Leonard's at. I'm assuming he's going to play, but I have not seen Paul George and Kawhi Leonard be able to play a full season really together yet.
Right. And I agree with that, but their bench 5 could make the play-in. I mean,
Right, no,
they're
I think they're the
so
best team in the league. I think they're the best playoff team. And actually, yeah,
right, it's the regular season record.
I'm going to swap. Sorry, I'm going to swap Memphis, and I'm going to swap Clippers.
Where do you see a team like Phoenix, who was 64-18 last year,
I'll get to them
and
real
brings
quick.
everybody back? Okay.
I'll be right there with them. So sorry.
Wait, yeah,
Switching.
go 1-4. Guys.
Nuggets, Clippers. Sorry, forgot about the Clippers, but they're healthy now. Nuggets, Clippers, Memphis, Golden State. I think Golden State will come back. Same team, but less teams are injured. They're still a good team. They're still going to be in the championship conversation. But again, regular season, I don't see them trying as hard to get the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
5, I have Minnesota.
Really?
I think that team in the regular season is very good. In the playoffs, we have to face teams like Golden State, which will be a very interesting first-round matchup because
Right.
Minnesota tends to play small.
Yeah.
And Minnesota will be destroyed if you have Towns and Gobert on the same on the court at the same time as Golden State.
They can't play small.
Right.
They gave up too much value to play small. They're just
Right.
gonna have to
So they're
like,
gonna have to deal
fuck
with it.
Yeah.
But in the regular season, their defense will be very good.
Right.
Their offense will be what it is with D'Lo, Cat, and Edwards. So I see them getting the
Still
5th
pretty
seed.
good. Yeah.
Phoenix at 6.
Okay.
I think Dallas got worse. I think they lost Jalen Brunson. I think
Dallas-
Christian Wood makes them
Dallas
better, but their
definitely got worse.
defense is not good. JaVale McGee was a nice pickup, but he's not going to solve your interior defensive problems.
Right.
Dallas, Luka will carry them to the 7th seed.
I
And remember, I
agree.
think all these Western Conference teams, by the way, 1 through 8 will have 40 wins or more. I think some of these teams get 60, some get high 50s.
Wait, have you named 7 with?
Dallas is 7.
Okay, who's 8?
New Orleans.
Okay, good.
I have New Orleans at 8. I think Zion needs to bounce back. I think he's still injured, so he's going to play limited minutes, of
Who's
course.
their point guard?
Devontae Graham.
It still is.
I think it's
Okay.
Devontae Graham. Still.
He's ass.
Yeah, he is. He's not very good. So I don't. But the thing is, I think that the teams I named are just better than New Orleans. I think the West is better than the East this year.
There's one considerable team that you have not named.
Oh, I know. I'm
Oh,
looking
you
at
know.
it. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
And they're not. Wait, no. What was that? Let me see if I've missed.
They're better than the rest. Nobody's close.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put the Lakers at 9.
Wow. So it seems like regardless, we will see the Lakers in playoff contention this year.
Because the rest of the West
Well,
is so
Portland
bad.
is good. Portland is a solid
Okay,
team this year.
I'm gonna put Portland and LA swapping 9 and 10.
That
The
should
rest
be
of the teams-
interesting, though.
The rest of the teams, Sacramento will be right at the bubble, probably the 11 seed. OKC is going to be 12, they'll be better this year, but not great. 13 will be Houston, or 13 is Utah. They still have Donovan Mitchell at the moment.
Yeah.
14.
San
will have
Antonio
Houston.
might be the worst team. in the
Donovan
league.
Mitchell may average 45 points this year on
Good.
55 shots because they're not going to have the ball in anyone else's hands but his, and they're not going to win games. They can't play defense. All right, you go through your Western Conference now.
All right.
Let's
See.
agree and disagree.
So I think the best team in the league this year will be the Los Angeles Clippers.
I agree.
I don't know if we can get 82 games from Kawhi. I'm not expecting 82 games. I shouldn't even be expecting like 62.
Yeah, or Paul George really. Paul George
If I got
always
62
has-
games from Kawhi or Paul George, I would be ecstatic.
Yeah.
No doubt. But then they just have Luke Kennard, Norman Powell, Zubac, Reggie Jackson, John
Covington.
Wall, Covington, Batum still. Like, oh
It's
my
ridiculous.
god.
If they
Terrence
lose,
Mann.
if they lose healthy, it's really a shame because as long as they have their stars, their depth is on another level.
Yeah, they're a really, really good team. And then at the 2, I'm gonna go. I like your take on Denver.
I'm very high
I
on Denver
still
this
think
season.
Phoenix is gonna be
Okay.
the 2 seed. I still think they're gonna be the 2 seed.
I strongly disagree. I think Phoenix was in shambles last year.
Uh-huh.
I think Luka exposed them for what they are.
And
I think that their confidence, and honestly, the way the league looks at them, it's just going to be
confidence is a big
the
part
way
of
the
it.
league looks
Yeah.
at Phoenix this year. No one's going to.
It's like how they looked at Utah last
yeah,
year.
and I respect why people would put them. I think Phoenix is going to start the season very strong, and I think then they're going to just go downhill,
Right.
exactly like Utah did last year.
If you go in 2 years in a row, going into the playoffs 2 years in a row as the finals favorite, and don't win either of those years, you're going to get looked on completely differently by the rest of the NBA fan base. basis. Number 3, I'm gonna go Memphis.
I agree.
I think they're a really young team still, who's got another year under their belt together. That's kind of what I like too. Teams that have played together for a while. And speaking of teams that have played together for a while, I think Golden State will trot in at that number 4 spot.
Okay, I agree with that.
Denver right behind them at 5. I hope Michael Porter Jr. can play better than he did. I expect him to.
I understand
100%.
why you put them there. I'll explain my Denver take once.
And then Jamal Murray has been out for what seems like 2 straight years. So 5 is fine. Minnesota at 6 probably. I really like New Orleans. I wish they had like a Malcolm Brogdon or like went out and got one of those
I think
guys.
that make them a 5. The problem is all these teams are so good.
Yeah, and they're deep and they play together
So
and they can
Dallas
shoot.
at 8 then?
Yeah. So I have Dallas at 8.
And then
I actually, God, like I love Luka Doncic, and I know they have a good system.
I have them at 7 too. I just don't. I love Luka too. He has no help. Like Christian Wood was a nice add.
Watch this.
What's he giving you on defense?
The 8 seed this year is going to be the Sacramento Kings. It's going to be the Sacramento Kings. Now let me tell you why. No, this isn't funny. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is their year.
Okay.
Harrison Barnes, defensive wing. Keegan Murray, also defensive 3-and-D wing. They have 2 of them now. That's a premium in the NBA.
Over Dallas?
What?
We have them over Dallas.
Yeah, they're better than Dallas. De'Aaron Fox, due for a breakout year. He has his Kentucky backcourt guard Malik Monk in with him as well. They have Sabonis. Off the bench, Rashawn Holmes is really good. Chimezie Metu, Davion Mitchell's good. They traded for Kevin Huerter. That's 9
true.
guys off the top of the head right there who can. I don't know if they're going to defend anything. They might not defend anything except for Harrison Barnes and maybe Keegan Murray. He looks a little slow, but that's whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, they're going to be a good team. That's a good roster.
At 9 you have Dallas, and at 10 you have the Lakers.
Damn. Wait, did I say New Orleans?
Yeah, at 7.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna go.
That's fine. Go ahead.
No. At 9 I have the Lakers, and 10.
No, at 9 you have Dallas, and at 10 you have the Lakers. Because if you have Sacramento at 8, you have.
No. I'm going. Lakers 7. Oh, that sucks. Lakers 7. I'm not doing LeBron and AD like that. Lakers 7. New Orleans 8. Sacramento 9. Dallas 10. Portland 11. Dude, Portland is a good team. Are they not going to make the play-in?
So you have Dallas not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I have them making the play-in.
At what, 10?
Yeah. Okay, listen.
Do you have them lose? Do you have Dallas beating LA in the playing game? But do you have who the 8 seed, the 7 or 8 loser?
If the Lakers and Dallas played a 1-game elimination,
I'm taking Luka Doncic.
No,
every
you
day.
can't.
Yes, I am, because
you can't do that.
I understand it's LeBron James, but it's also Russell Westbrook. And who else is on their team, dude, besides Davis and LeBron? I know that's a lot, but who else do they have on their team? Like, can you name any players besides their big 3?
And Kendrick Nunn has been cleared for 5-on-5.
And Taylor Horton-Tucker. I know in the Lakers' mind, Taylor Horton-Tucker is the next coming of Kobe.
No, he's terrible.
But so who else do you name on that team?
He scored like 5 points in a rec league game.
They have fucking Austin Reeves, who looks
Reeves.
Bro, looks like he's like me in the fucking alumni league.
He's a top 5 player in the league.
Okay, fine. You know what?
Do they have Dwight Howard still?
Yeah,
he used to be good like 10 years ago.
Okay, 1 second. Well, by the way, Dwight Howard is starting next season. That's how bad they are.
Yeah, because Davis is a
Okay,
pussy.
I agreed. I could respect you 1 through 6. I think Denver's a little low. I'm very high on Denver because they actually are deeper than people give them credit for. KCP is not a scrub. I don't think they should have traded Will Barton.
They gave up a lot for them.
But KCP is a much better defender than Will
really
Barton.
think
Ish Smith is a
that
good
much?
backup. Aaron Gordon is a phenomenal 3-and-D
Ish Smith?
player. Yeah, Ish Smith is a good
They have
backup.
Bones Highland too.
Bones Highland's very good as well.
And Campazzo.
right? And Michael Porter Jr., if he is healthy, is a difference maker. He's 6'8",
Yeah.
can shoot, and he can defend if he tries.
Yeah,
But
he's
he-
6'8" with a
I know he was bad in the play-in, but he
No,
was
not the
not-
play-in.
or the
to start
bubble. The
this
bubble.
year.
I meant the bubble too.
Just
The bubble
yeah,
is atrocious. Your Phoenix take, I don't disagree with, or I do disagree with it, but I don't dislike it. I understand why people would have Phoenix high.
It's just like third year
I
together.
hate
I mean.
your Sacramento take. I fucking hate the Kings. We have been saying
Don't sleep on the
You
Kings.
and I have been saying for years, this is De'Aaron Fox's breakout year, right? When has he broken out? No.
This is it.
We've
You
had-
should
we've
see
said
the
this- we
statistics
have
with him and some
said
bonus
this
in
for-
the pick and roll.
Okay, De'Aaron Fox cannot shoot. They got Sabonis last year. They're like, oh, he's gonna make the playoffs now. I think
Okay,
they're
okay.
500 at best.
De'Aaron Fox can't shoot, but who can? Oh, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes. Sabonis can shoot a little
I do.
bit.
Harrison Barnes, by the way, is the most is a
so
top
nice.
5 underrated player in the
He's
league.
so
he
nice.
is so good.
He's just like a
He
Wiggins.
is-
He's a
he's
gem.
perfect.
He's
perfect.
a gem wing sitting on a shitty team.
I just think the West is too stacked. When you say Phoenix, Memphis, Golden State, Dallas, Utah, Denver, Minnesota, and New Orleans, I think are the top 8 teams. I think those 8 that were the top 8 last year are still the top 8 teams in the West.
Portland might even
No,
be
they're
better
not.
than
Sorry,
Sacramento.
not Utah's out. But then substitute the Clippers in for Utah. Not in any particular order. Those are the best 8 teams. And then you can say what you want about Portland, Sacramento, and Los Angeles fighting for those last 3 spots. But I think those 3 are fighting for 9, 10, and 11, not 7, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
I don't have faith in the Lakers roster. You're asking a turning 37-year-old LeBron James or turning 38. I'm sorry, 37 right now.
Yeah.
You're asking him to carry you to the promised land throughout a whole regular season and the playoffs. And who knows if Anthony Davis plays? He may show up in street clothes. He may actually play, but.
Yeah.
Okay,
One of their
I
guards.
cannot believe you just put Sacramento at 9, put the Lakers at 7, and put Dallas at 10. But
Listen.
we're going to Eastern Conference. God, Jesus Christ. If we come back here and not.
Alright,
even-
I'm doing
if
my
we come
Eastern
back
Conference
here-
first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. The 1 seed this year will be the Milwaukee Bucks. They're so nice with their additions. I love their draft pick, the Benchant kid, whatever his name is. I think he can be nice for
So
them.
talking about chemistry, they've been together for years now.
Been together for years. Brought on Joe Ingles this year in free agency. I mean, just a monster pickup. They need shooting. They get it in a really
Brought
really
back
nice way.
everyone too, pretty much.
Yeah, then the second best team in the East is probably Boston. I mean, not even probably. They just for sure are so deep, big, can shoot, defend. They're really a full package team who might just need a couple more years together to do it. Who knows? The 3 seed. Now this is where it gets a little more interesting, but I still think it's clear cut. I think Philly's the 3rd best team in the East. They're deep too. They can defend, and Joel Embiid and James Harden are pretty good. I also expect James Harden to have a better year than he did.
Oh,
last
I
year.
agree. Bounce back.
Maybe
prime,
not Rockets Harden,
but 25 and 10. I
That's
think
Harden.
is
Yeah.
pretty possible.
I agree with that.
Because he doesn't need 30. He has Joel Embiid to get 30 points.
At the 4 seed, I'm gonna put. If the Nets are healthy and they play,
They're gonna be nice if they're healthy.
are you kidding me? They're gonna be so nice.
Because people forget they got Royce O'Neal as well.
Right.
He was a really good 3-and-D player. Joe Harris is healthy. Seth Curry is there. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant.
Resigned
are
Claxton.
Yep. They lost Drummond, but it's okay.
It's Drummond.
Hey,
He's
we
up-
got Drummond.
Yeah, we got him. Great. Didn't even show up to our 5-on-5 game.
Talk about that later. Okay, hurry
With
up.
that girl from the iCarly show. And then, but we're actually hypothetically, I could see them even being healthy, being a 6 seed with all the drama that goes on. So I'll give the 4 seed to Chicago.
There you go.
Why not?
That's what I was gonna say.
If Lonzo Ball is
Actually,
healthy, we could do it. We could even push for that 3 seed behind Philly, in my
I'm even
opinion.
bolder take than that. Keep going.
But yeah, more likely we're a 6 seed. No, but legitimately, I do think we can make that 4 seed pretty comfortably. The 5 seed, definitely Toronto. So many big wings. Gary Trent's really good. Obviously, Van Vliet's an all-star level guard, and Siakam's an all-NBA level forward. And Scotty Barnes not very far behind
He
that.
finally learned to do a move.
Yeah, he did, and got a little bit of a jump shot. So yeah, that was the 5. 6 Brooklyn. I do like Atlanta. They'll go 7 for me.
Where's Miami?
Was Miami not on? I don't really care.
Exactly.
I don't really care. Okay, I'll put. Damn.
That's
Miami.
Because I'm trying to make my list. I'm making my list, and I was making my list earlier, and I was like, where I don't see Miami better than any of these teams. I know I'm biased with the Chicago take, but everyone else that I name, I think would be better than Miami.
You know, they're going to be counting on Gabe Vincent and Max Strus more and more, which is like.
So you have them at what, 7, or do you have them at?
I might have them above.
Above.
I'll put them above Brooklyn and Toronto, but behind Chicago.
So at 5.
So 5,
Toronto 6,
Brooklyn 7, Atlanta 8, Cleveland 9.
Give New York 10.
Yeah. Somehow New York slips into the play-in because all the other teams want Victor Wembanyama. All right. Top 8 or top.
Our 1 and 2 spot on. Milwaukee 1, Boston 2. The only reason I give the edge to Milwaukee is because they've been together a little bit longer. They're going to be gelled, and they're a good regular season team as well as a good playoff team.
Yeah.
Boston's, I'll give them 2. Brogdon, great addition. Gallinari is another great addition that they got. I wish Chicago had got him. I'll put Chicago at 3. Now, before everyone says I am biased, which I am, let me explain. I expect Patrick Williams to be in the conversation for most improved player this year.
Yeah, he'll be scoring 25.
I expect him to boost his points average, to immensely improve on defense.
Points a game.
15. No, I have him at 16 points a game.
Oh my God.
I have him averaging 16 a game on
Our 4th leading scorer.
on 5 rebounds, 4 assists, with almost a block a game.
Hopefully he's blocking her.
Hopefully, but I'm just gonna have his
If
presence.
we can get a block and a steal of a game.
And then Lonzo back. Before Lonzo went down last year, the Bulls were second seed in the East at 25 and 12. Lonzo goes down, and the Bulls immediately drop.
Who has
Caruso
better
goes down
bench
after.
guard play than us?
And people are gonna say, well, you have no rim protection. Correct, but if you look at the chart, when Caruso and Lonzo are on the floor together, they are the 2 of the best wing guards in the league, and pretty much cancel out Vooch's lack of rim protection, because they are so good at getting over screens and getting deflections and causing problems for the other team's opposing guards. I have the Bulls at the 3 seed. I have Philadelphia at the 4 seed. Miami 5, Toronto 6, Brooklyn 7, Atlanta 8, Cleveland 9, and the Detroit Pistons 10.
Wow.
And then New York 11, and then whoever you want to fill in the rest of the way.
I like Detroit.
Put Washington 11 and New York 12. I think Washington and Detroit will fight. I think Detroit's going to be the sneak-in team. Because Washington, they have Bradley Beal. They're like Utah.
Nice.
They have Bradley Beal, and they have some nice pieces around. They're not going to do much with it, but they have those pieces.
Right.
And I think Detroit, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Killian Hayes, Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and Cade Cunningham.
Yes.
I like that team
They're really good.
to be a good young team, and I'll just throw them at 10.
They
Just
gotta stay healthy.
They'll be my bold. Besides Chicago, that's my bold pick to get at 10. And again, I know the Chicago team's a bit biased. I understand if anywhere from 3 to 5 in Chicago is. If we're healthy, I think anywhere from 3 to 5. But especially since this is regular season right now, also this isn't just playoffs. I say the Bulls can be a good regular season team.
But it's crazy to think that you have Atlanta at 8, and we both have Atlanta at 8 and Cleveland at 9. I mean, the Bulls are not that much better of a team than
everyone's saying because the problem is everyone's looking at additions. The Chicago Bulls stay together; their chemistry is much better, and I expect Patrick Williams to make a jump. If Patrick Williams makes a jump and averages 16 a game, you have 2 25-point per game scorers. You have a big that gets you 19 and 10 a game.
12.
19. But let's
11.
on average. You have a sharpshooter who gets you 13, 4, or 13, 6, and 6.
Yeah, 13.
And then and he's one of the best defenders, perimeter defenders in the league.
Right.
Caruso off the bench.
Who's another one of those?
Goran Dragic is an underrated pickup for veteran leadership, and he can score still. He can also shoot.
Right.
His 3-point percentages have increased as well.
Really?
Andre Drummond is a very good offensive rebounder.
Which is
and
nice.
A good rebounder off the bench,
We
because the
didn't
Bulls
have
rebound. The gap between Vooch and Tristan Thompson last year was immense. At least this year, if you pass the ball to Andre Drummond, he can at least find an open guy.
Yeah.
He'll have one dumbass turnover that will make SportsCenter, and then the rest of the year, he's usually not that bad.
Right. Yeah. Try and pass the ball to him less
But
though. Like
but
let's
I'm saying last year in the playoffs, if you tried off that pick and roll and DeMar's double, if you gave it to Vooch, something would happen. If you gave it to Tristan Thompson, it's a turnover or a brick.
Yeah,
Whereas
he
you have to
can't.
Drummond-
He couldn't shoot a free throw.
He couldn't like
a
even put the
layup,
ball
a
on the floor.
hook
Couldn't put the
shot,
ball on the floor.
couldn't dribble, pass.
But
He could rebound and yell. That was it.
but this will segue into the Bulls that we're going to touch on quickly. But I think the entire Chicago Bulls season is predicated upon Patrick Williams' jump. I think if he's what he was last year, we're going to be the same 5 or 6 seed, and we're probably going to get bounced in the first round by like some DeMar Zach LaVine heroics. But if Patrick Williams makes that jump, I think he becomes 16 points per game with already 3 guys scoring above that, plus a great defender, as well as a Zach LaVine that's not injured for half the season.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, he was playing, but he was not healthy.
No,
he
he
was 50%
wasn't.
at
Good
best.
job. Good job.
He's going to average 26 points per game this year, and I think he's going to be last year DeMar was that guy for Chicago.
Right.
And LaVine will be the guy for
What
Chicago.
really sucks is that Patrick Williams only got like to play 10, 12 games
In his second
last
season,
year.
right.
In his second season, that really stunted his growth of like, we want to develop you into the offense and stuff like that. You know, we want you to become the third scoring option. We need you to be a go-to guy like Kawhi Leonard. But he didn't have the opportunity to do that because he got hurt.
And
so,
he had more scoring now.
yeah, so now he, you know, the Bulls decided not to trade him at the deadline, not for Gobert or for Durant. We really showed that we trust him and feel like he could be a superstar. So
He's shown signs. That Minnesota game at the end of the season when it was just him as the number one guy, he had 35.
and even in the playoffs too, he was scoring.
Yeah. I think Io makes a big jump again too.
But yeah, we've been hearing that Io's having a great offseason. You know, all the Bulls are together in LA playing 5-on-5 together, which is nice. Only people not there are Lonzo and Drummond, but Lonzo's
can't play
excused
5-on-5
and
yet.
Drummond's
Out there.
doing his thing.
I think it's not even mandatory.
just
They
needs
just got
to-
together.
yeah,
The
yeah.
team chem is going to be big. I think this is the second year with a group of guys back together.
Right.
This is Patrick Williams' time to make a jump. This is Lonzo Ball time to show why we were so good when he was playing. And I'm just wait. Just like last
just
year when we
wait.
said for a while, we said just wait, and it was working until everyone got hurt.
Right.
Just wait. Just wait.
Classic Chicago sports. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check us out on our TikTok, it is just @BeatTheBuzzer. Yeah,